Alright YouTubers, we're going to install the Veclesus M1 rear view camera system on this here 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. So this obviously back in the time period this was around, I don't think it was too common to have a backup camera on cars. Only in the last 10 years probably has it become prevalent, and this car definitely could use a backup camera. So we're going to go ahead and install it. We'll end up coming in the back here and mounting our, trying not to get the license plate, camera right there where the bolts are, and we will have this up front in the driver's thing. So to get started, things that will have to be done, and I'm not going to go into these kind of details, but one will have to figure out how to route the cables. So sometimes people go through the center consoles, sometimes they will run them through the glove box, and eventually they need to you'll have to get up underneath here and run your cables all the way through to the back and then into the trunk. Alright, so inside the trunk you'll have to use the little orange doodad to remove those, and then find your reverse backup light and take that and wire in your device so that it activates when the car goes into reverse. I'm not actually going to show you that because most cars are different, so I would say get like a Chilton's owner's manual and read up on your wiring system. Realize that one of the aspects that if you wire it wrong you could possibly wreck a fuse, or even worse, screw up your electrical system in your car. So be very careful with that. Make sure that you get the proper information before you wire your car up to the backup camera. Alright, so let's get started. So we got the license plate off. So you may have to drill a hole and then possibly put some kind of caulk in there for the wiring after you run the wire through it, or if you're able to remove some of your housing that comes with the car, like the reverse light here, and run it up under there, that's another option. In this case it doesn't look like a good idea, so drilling another hole is the way to go. Alright, so we've got the camera mounted. I have not screwed this all the way down because I do not know if the video will be upside down, and or if there is going to be a button on the monitor that will allow me to flip that. So we're just going to keep it loose, and then we're going to route the cable through this hole underneath, so it'll go underneath the license plate through an existing hole. And amazingly, we've never gotten water in the trunk that I know of, so these holes have been here and it has worked out for the most part. So that's going to work for us. So the next thing to do will be to run all the wires through the car, which is a little beyond this video. You'll have to figure that on your own, and then we'll go to the part where we actually set this up. And voila, so there you go. We put the car in reverse and it is working quite well, and you see the settings there. I have this set up perfectly, so good installation. So we've got it in reverse, so hopefully I won't forget the car's in reverse. But now let's see what we can do with the buttons on here. Right now I've got the wire coming up through the between the seats, and eventually I will work it into the console or through the glove box and mount this. But let's see what the buttons do here. look at them first. Okay, so menu is the middle button, so we got to hit the middle one first. Brightness, so if I keep hitting that, contrast, color, hue, zoom. Oh, there's a zoom button. Okay, 4:3, 16:9. Okay, so then we hit the menu again. We could do English. What else? Dutch, German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and hopefully back to English. Okay, there we go. Reset button, and back to where we were. So I'm gonna brighten this up a little bit. But yeah, there you go. There's my garage, and works pretty good, folks. Not the easiest installation in the world. Got to have some skill, but you can do it. Just depend on what your car is, you know, check out YouTube, find out exactly how to take things apart and run the cables, and then also I would recommend finding a video on your particular car for wiring to the backup light. So that's all for now. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.